Hello everyone, welcome back to another exciting video on Bongo. As shown in the caption above, we'll be talking about the one and only BTS, the famous Asian K-pop stars. And why haven't they gained as much popularity in Africa? Now, before we start, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, TikTok, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more exciting content. Let me make myself clear here, guys. The BTS has fans all around the world, including Africa. However, the group fan base in Africa is relatively small compared to other regions. So, why is that? Let's find out after this short break. Without wasting much of your time, guys, let's go straight into the bread and butter you're here for.
Oh my God! Wow!
So we all know that Africa is a vast and diverse continent, made up of over 50 and hundreds of languages. Each region has its own unique culture and musical taste, which means that not all musical genres will be appealing to everyone. That being said, the Korean pop music in general has gained a small but loyal fan base in Africa over the past few years. However, the language barrier is still a significant factor. Most BTS songs are in Korean, and not everyone in Africa speaks or understands the language. So it can be a challenge for people to relate to the lyrics and fully appreciate the music. Another reason why the BTS isn't popular in Africa is due to the lack of their presence in the media. The media plays a crucial role in promoting music and artists. Unfortunately, the BTS hasn't received as much coverage in African media outlets, which means they don't get as much exposure as other international artists. However, it is important to note that the BTS has made effort to connect with their fans globally, including Africa. They also include English subtitles in many of their music videos, making it easier for fans who don't speak Korean to understand the lyrics. Alright folks, let's turn up the heat and make this more spicier.
Yeah, boy.
We've talked about why the BTS isn't popular in Africa, but let's dig a little bit deeper and explore some of the other reasons that might surprise you. One factor that might contribute to the BTS limited popularity in Africa is their Asian identity. Let's face it, guys. The music industry has been dominated by Western artists for decades, therefore making it harder for non-Western artists to break through. This is especially true for Korean pop music, which is relatively unknown to many parts of the world. Unfortunately, another reason why the BTS is not as popular in Africa is because of their fan base. Now, before you come at me with pitchforks and torches, hear me out, guys. The BTS fan base is known for being extremely passionate and dedicated, sometimes to a point of obsession. While this is great for group success, it can also be a turn-off for people who are not part of the fandom, or some call themselves the BTS army. Some people might be put off by the intense love and devotion that the BTS fans have for the group, which could affect their perception of the BTS as a whole. Alright guys, let me turn things up here just a little bit higher for the last time. Some people might argue that the BTS lack of popularity in Africa is actually a good thing. You may ask why. Because it means that the group hasn't been whitewashed or diluted to appeal to a Western audience. The BTS music and identity are still very much rooted in the Korean culture, which is something that the fans appreciate and respect. So, while the BTS might not be as popular in Africa as they are in other regions, their authenticity and originality remain intact. Alright, let me wrap things up before we say our farewells. While the BTS hasn't gained as much popularity in Africa as they have gained in other parts of the world, they still have a dedicated fan base in the continent. The language barrier, lack of media coverage, and cultural differences may be some of the reasons why they haven't reached a wider audience. But hopefully, we have given you some food for thoughts about why the BTS isn't popular in Africa. Remember, music is a universal language that transcends borders and cultures. Let's embrace the diversity and appreciate the different sounds and styles that the world has to offer.